Okay, so as it happens, I can do, I think, 3 of your questions in one here. Jake, Connor, and actually a question Leanna had. So first, if I want to see the audio waveforms down here, look for this icon, Timeline View Options. I'm sure if you go somewhere up here, you'd find it if you look for timeline or, a view. I'm sure somewhere up there is what this is. So Timeline View Options. Click on that. The one I found that does it is this, up near the top. So go over these, see the one that says audio waveforms. If you click on it, so it stays white here instead of just grayed out, there you go. Now, if it doesn't look like this, down here under audio view options, and I'd have to research these to see exactly what they do, but visually I can see that if I unclick this one, it puts my audio waveform down at the bottom, so I'm seeing where it's actually baselined in terms of where it's coming from nothing up to something. But usually you'll see this, where the audio is in the middle, so you can sort of see it on both sides. It's like doubled up and down. Yeah, that's how they make it look, because it's easier to see sometimes. But that's a matter of personal taste. Same thing here. Some of the things this adds may be a matter of visual taste. I like this full waveform version. So there you go. So right now, you'll notice my clip is linked when I go to click on it, and you can see the little link button down there, that audio. So when I click on my audio and video, I get them together. So I'm going to need to unlink them by either going up here to clip and unclicking link clips, or if I remember the shortcut, Command Option L, it's in my notes file that I gave you. And now I can unlink this clip and deal with the audio by itself. So let's assume
Left eye keeps twitching.
I like the audio here.
Left eye keeps twitching,
and I don't like it here. Right now, in this case, your left eye keeps twitching, and do you hear that? So he doesn't do the same lines. This is the thing about actors not getting your lines the same. They're going to tick you off all the time. But let's assume I want the audio from this shot under this shot. Let's say if that's what Jake wants.
Left eye keeps twitching.
Okay, so I want this audio. Now, truthfully, I don't want this video anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlink these, Command Option L. And again, that may be different if you're on a PC. So you may just want to go up here and see what your shortcut is for linking clips. I'm going to delete the video entirely because I don't need it anymore. So I'm going to come over here. So if you look at the waveforms, now I can use the plus or minus key, Command plus or minus, or I can use this here to make it bigger so I can see it even more. I can see this waveform is the word your. Does everybody see that? I'm asking you like you're here in class. There you go. So it gives me a good indication of where it starts. So I know that if that's what the line is here, and you can even see from the waveform, see how this one's bigger? Bigger is better. Bigger means that it's louder. Now, again, it could be too loud, and that would be bad. But I'm going to try and line them up a little roughly together here. Let's see. But I feel like his your is paused on the one take, so they're not going to line up.
Left eye keeps.
So really, the left is here. So if I try to line these up, they're not going to line up perfectly.
Left eye keeps.
So I got a couple options. One is I can take this audio here now. I'm going to line up the your. Roughly. I'm going to get rid of all this audio here, and I'm going to go from one clip to the other now.
Left eye keeps twitching.
You think something happened?
Left eye keeps.
Oh, am I missing the your here on this? Let's see.
Left eye keeps twitching. Left eye keeps twitching.
So he doesn't even say your in this clip, and I think that's the way it is if I listen to it here, huh? That's what my endpoint is.
Left eye keeps. Left eye.
Oh, wait, there it is. I cut it off too soon, so let me go back a little bit. So, let's see if I can find the your. Maybe that'll help the timing a little better. I'm going to pull this back so I can just listen to it.
Left eye.
Wow, it's even further away. There it is.
Profuse.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Actually, nothing to report.
You alright, Joe?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why do you think something happened?
You're sweating profusely and your left eye keeps twitching.
Okay, he gets the line backwards. That's why I don't have the whole thing. So I'm going to do this again. Watch this. This is going to get really interesting here. So,
Your left.
I'm going to go back to the whole thing here.
Your left eye keeps twitching and you're sweating profusely.
Okay, so let me go back to this clip.
You're sweating profusely and your left eye keeps twitching.
Okay, so watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of this video. I take this audio.
And your
That's going to be hard to get the end.
keeps twitching and you're sweating profusely.
So if I just want to replace that whole line,
You're
that little is part of the other guy. So I'm going to cut to there. So I'm just getting rid of the audio. Notice I'm not adjusting the video.
Something happened.
Now I'm going to take the audio from this shot. Now it doesn't matter that he reversed the line because I'm not seeing his mouth, so I don't care.
Something happened.
You're sweating profusely and your left eye keeps twitching.
Okay, so see how that worked? Now, that would be how I would simply replace the audio,
Sweating profusely and
but maybe it's trickier than that. What if, undo a bit, go back to where the video is here. What if I want to cut in the middle of that?
left eye keeps
So let's do this. I'm going to go back to grabbing this clip again.
left eye keeps twitching.
Didn't I change the endpoint? I thought I changed the endpoint. You're sweating profusely.
Profuse.
So I'm going to go back here and get all of him saying you're sweating profusely.
You're sweating profusely.
Okay. So I'm going to go find where that is here.
You're
But remember, it's not going to match good because he's not saying the same line, but that's fine.
sweating.
So now, I'm going to get rid of all of this. I could have relinked it to get rid of the video too.
Something happened.
You're sweating profusely.
So now, what I can do is this. Once I put it in place here, I can actually, because I'm unlinked, oh, this one is still linked, I think. Yep. Unlink. Now, using this tool, I can move my video endpoint so that the audio from this clip, this is the, see the shape? The J on its back.
You're sweating profusely and your left eye keeps twitching.
There you go.
You're sweating profusely and your left eye keeps twitching.
Okay, so that worked pretty well. But let's say I wanted to do this entirely the other way around. Maybe what Jake really wanted here was he actually liked the way he said the line in here. And if you listen to the read, it's actually not a bad read. I kind of dig the read on this first line, even though the audio is a little low. Maybe we'll just leave that for the audio people.
Something happened.
Your left eye keeps twitching and you're sweating profusely.
Maybe I like the way he says that. So I'm going to try and get the part where he just says you're sweating profusely here.
Left eye keeps twitching.
So let's see.
Profusely and
It might not be possible with this. This is why you get multiple takes too, by the way.
you're sweating profusely and you're sweating profusely and
I'm going to try just that. I'm going to try and see if I can catch you're sweating profusely and see if I can make this work. Okay. So I'm going to try and line these up here.
twitching and you're sweating
I'm going to try and line up the word sweating profusely.
and you're sweating profusely.
So I can use the audio waveforms a little bit, or I can just listen to it.
And you're sweating profusely.
So I can even look at the shape of the waveform.
And you're sweating profusely.
There we go.
Twitching and you're sweating profusely.
So what I'm going to try and do is this. I'm actually going to get rid of the audio from this take now by using the link, unlinking. And now I only have the audio from this first clip.
Left eye keeps twitching and you're
So I know it's not going to link up till around there. So now I'm going to cut that back. So let's see.
twitching and you're sweating profusely. Twitching and you're sweating profusely.
Now I can play with this a little bit and try moving a couple frames here and there and see where it matches up the best.
Twitching and you're sweating profusely.
I'll probably go back another frame. Now if you want to move just a frame or two at a time, use the arrow keys on your keyboard. See how I just moved 2 frames and I used the snapping where it hits that line to do
And
it.
you're sweating profusely.
Sometimes you can also watch it back slowly using the arrow keys. I do that a lot so I match up.
You're sweating profusely.
And when you do that, you can see.
You're sweating profusely.
Now, I would actually cut right back to this guy's reaction now. And if I do that, I can get away with just using...
Eye keeps twitching and you're sweating profusely.
And now I've actually got his reaction here to that. But I'm using all the audio from the original clip.
Your left eye keeps twitching and you're sweating profusely.
No, everything went out.
That's a little quick of a cut. Let's see how long, if I can tell what the duration of this cut is. 1 second, 14 frames. Is that right? Where am I getting that amount? No, I'll have to figure out how you figure out how long the duration is on a clip. Maybe the inspector. That's one of those things I don't know how to do in this program yet. I guess when I pull it... Oh, there you go. See, when I pull it, I can see how long it is. 101, 102, 103. That's telling me how long my clip is. I'm adding 16 frames to where I had it, and now it's at 116. That's what's going on.
Profusely.
So 1 second is tight. That's like Michael Bay edit. Anything less than a second. I try and keep everything at about 1:15 at the very least, but if I do that, I don't think my audio is going to work.
Your left eye keeps twitching and you're sorting profusely.
See what I mean?
Twitching?
Because he's saying twitching, but... So let me try if I can go right to there. Let me see how long that is. 105.
Left eye keeps twitching and you're sorting profusely.
No.
That worked pretty well. And actually, because he's done talking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if I go to like 1:15 here. All right, well, let's see what happens.
Twitching and you're sorting profusely.
No. Everything.
Eye keeps twitching and you're sorting profusely.
No. Everything.
And in this case, I might even go a hair lower because I did like the other
Twitching
guy.
and you're sorting profusely.
No. Everything. When.
Now, that's a matter of taste and timing sometimes, how long that lasts. But that should answer 2 of those questions. Notice the other question was Leanna's question. Here's how you get out of when you're stuck on full screen. This took me a little bit to figure out. Because you can't, if you're here, do anything other than get to other windows that way. Or using your sidebar or something. But if you want to do that, workspace, get rid of full screen window. And now you have it like that. So I hope that answers a few questions at once there.